She's in bad shape. Let's get her to the hospital, quick.
She collapsed. Please, help her.
She'll be okay. She has to be.
I hope I wasn't too late.
Hey besties. Before we jump into today's video, I noticed that a lot of you who enjoy my content aren't actually subscribed yet. If you find value in what I share, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and ensures you won't miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much for your support. And for all who have subscribed, thank you. God bless you.
Miss Esther, please state your full name for the record.
Esther Okafor.
You've been called here today to tell your story. Please, narrate everything from the beginning.
Hey besties. Before we jump into today's video, I noticed that a lot of you who enjoy my content aren't actually subscribed yet. If you find value in what I share, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and ensures you won't miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much for your support. And for all who have subscribed, thank you. God bless you.
You've been called here today to tell your story.
It all started the day I left my mother's house. I thought I was stepping into a new world, a new beginning. But what awaited me was more than I ever imagined.
She looks young.
Esther here is as responsible as they come. I've brought many hard-working girls to families like yours, and they've never disappointed.
If I catch you sleeping past 4, there will be consequences.
Yes, ma'am.
Rule number 2, no friends. You're here to work, not socialize. I don't want to see anyone visiting or even loitering outside this house for you.
Mr. Kenneth, I respect you as my boss, but this isn't proper. Please, sir, I beg you, leave my room.
Esther. What's wrong with you? Why are my clothes still not ironed?
I'm sorry, Ma. I was running errands for your sister. She asked me.
Are you talking back at me? Useless girl. When I give you instructions, I expect them done immediately.
I didn't mean to.
And you have the nerve to interrupt me?
Sandra, what do you think you're doing?
Daddy, she...
Enough. You don't hit people like that. Esther is not your punching bag.
But she didn't.
I said enough. If your clothes weren't ironed, you should have spoken to her, not laid your hands on her. Are you okay, Esther? Don't let anyone treat you like that again. You hear me?
What's going on here?
Nothing, Angela. I was just teaching Sandra a lesson about respect.
Respect? Since when do you defend that girl against your own child?
Angela, drop it. I won't have anyone mistreating the help under my roof. Esther, you can go now. Don't worry about this.
Esther, you've just described what happened earlier that night. But let me ask you this, is that the only thing that happened that night?
Take your time, Esther. You can speak freely here.
No. That night, after Sandra slapped me and Mr. Kenneth defended me, and something else happened the next day.
Go on, Esther. What happened next?
Sir. You didn't knock.
Relax, Esther. I'm not here to scold you. I'm here to talk to you.
Talk about what, sir? I'm busy. Maybe I can help you later.
Oh, I think now is a good time. You should be glad I'm even here. Esther, sit down.
I don't need to sit down. Just tell me what you need, sir.
Sit. You know, Esther, what happened yesterday with Sandra? That little slap. That was nothing compared to what I can do for you.
Do for me?
Yes, I saved you yesterday. Didn't I? I stepped in when no one else did. That was just a taste of what I'm willing to do for you. You are a smart girl. Esther, you scratch my back. I will scratch yours.
Sir, I don't understand what you're asking me to do.
Of course you do. Don't play dumb. This house, this life you are living here, it doesn't have to be so hard. You work day and night. You get shouted at, slapped, humiliated. But me? I can make that go away. I can protect you, treat you well. All I'm asking is for you to be a little nicer to me. Show me appreciation.
This is wrong. I can't. I won't do this.
Wrong? Don't be so naive, Esther. Do you think I'm the only man in the neighborhood who does this? Do you think women like you survive playing innocent? Let me tell you something. You either play the game or you get crushed.
I'm not like that. I will never be like that.
Never? You will change your tune soon enough. You can't fight forever. You think Angela cares about you? You think this house will protect you? Let me tell you the truth. No one cares about you, Esther. You are just another maid. Replaceable.
I don't care. I would rather suffer than do this evil.
Fine. You want to suffer. You will. You think yesterday was bad? No. That was just the beginning. From now on, I will make every seconds of your life here unbearable. Watch your back, Esther. You have just made the worst mistake of your life. And you will come back crawling to me.
It's you. It really is you.
Sorry. What? Do I know you?
You might not remember me, but I will never forget you. You are the girl who was preaching. The one talking about God.
Oh. That day. I didn't think anyone was really listening.
Listening? You did more than preach. You saved my life that day.
What do you mean?
That day, I made up my mind if I didn't find a reason to keep me going, I was done. I have money, success, and everything most people dream of, but no peace. My life was empty until I saw you. You stood there, preaching so bold about God, about hope. And for the first time in years, I felt peace. I felt like someone finally spoke to me. Since that day, I had been looking for you to say thank you.
I don't know what to say. I'm just happy the Lord restored peace in your life. But how did you recognize me?
I recognized you because of those slippers. Funny how God works, isn't it?
Well, I'm really glad you're doing better now.
Wait, please. Can I get your number? I would like to stay in touch.
There is no need for that. I don't have a phone.
Then let me get you one. It's the least I can do for someone who changed my life.
No, really. That's not necessary. I don't need anything. I'm happy you are okay.
Alright, but at least tell me your name.
Esther. My name is Esther.
Esther. I'm Theodore.
I will pray for you, Theodore. God bless you.
Grace, did you see Esther yesterday? Madam Quiet was out there having a full conversation with some guy.
What? Esther? Talking to a guy? That's impossible. Our saintly Esther?
Stop it. You two. It's nothing like you were thinking.
Oh, come on. Don't act clueless. Who was he? You must know.
I don't know him.
Don't know him. Girl, are you serious? You have no idea who you were talking to.
No, I don't. He spoke to me and that's it.
Grace, tell her. She clearly doesn't know.
All right, let me educate you. Esther, that man. Oh, you better listen. He is not just anyone. He's Theodore, the son of Mr. William, the wealthy businessman. You know the Mr. Williams who practically owns half the businesses in this city.
I don't care who he is. That's not my business.
Not your business? Esther, are you crazy? That man is rich, handsome, and clearly took interest in you. You are just going to let that slide?
He didn't take interest in me. He only spoke to me because he recognized me from the day I was preaching.
So, that's a start. Did you at least get his number?
No.
No. Esther, are you even hearing yourself?
You let a golden opportunity walk away, Esther. Do you know what girls like us would do to have a man like that talk to us? You should have secured him. That's your ticket out of this life.
I don't see it that way. He only told me how the Lord helped him that day, and I prayed for him last night.
You prayed for him? Esther, you are something else. This isn't about prayer. It's about being smart. You are not smart at all. People like Theodore don't come into your life for no reason.
Exactly. And instead of grabbing that opportunity, you are here saying I prayed for him. Esther, you are wasting your beauty and your brain.
You two don't understand. I'm not interested in using people or chasing after things that don't belong to me. If God wants to bless me, He will. Without me doing anything wrong.
Too holy for her own good.
All right. Saint Esther, don't come crying to us when you miss your big chance.
She's a strange one, that Esther.
Yeah. But give her time. She will learn probably the hard way.
It's been 2 weeks. Theo. It's been 2 whole weeks of standing out here. Like some lost puppy. Give it up already, man. She's just a girl. Not like she's some rare gem.
She's special. You don't understand.
Oh please, don't tell me you're falling for some kind of fairy tale. You saw her, once she preached, you got all emotional. End of story, move on.
It's not that simple. I can't just explain it. It's like I'd known her for a long time. I just need to talk to her again.
There she is.
Hi, wait please. I know this is strange, but can you just give me a moment?
What is it?
I wanted to give you something, please. Please don't just reject it.
Give me something. Why?
I know you said you don't have a phone. Please, this is for you. I have already saved my number in it. You don't have to do anything, just keep it, please.
No, I can't take this.
Why not? It's just a phone. I promise there is no hidden intention here. I wanted to. I wanted you to have it. That's all.
I'm forbidding from taking things from people. It will get me into trouble.
Trouble? From who is just a gift? There's nothing wrong with you with that, please, Esther. Don't refuse it.
I appreciate your kindness, but I can't accept it. If you are truly looking for something for peace, then join a local church or speak to someone there and they will follow you up. Yeah, they will give you the full love that you need. I'm sorry.
A church, but what about you? I feel like you're the only one that can help me understand this.
Well, I'm not the one who can help you. I only share what I know of God or the Holy Spirit places in my heart to speak. The peace you're searching for can't come from me. Is between you and Him, so I don't have much outside and I cannot help you beyond this.
At least, let me know where I can see you again.
If God wills it, we will meet again, Theodore. Goodbye.
Man, you are hopeless.
Ma'am, you sent for me.
Yes, I'm going for night vigil, and I want you to clean up this room before I return. Make sure you wipe it very well. When you are done, you can eat the leftovers in the kitchen. And give the rest to the dogs.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Make sure you take care of my house.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the food.
Keep your thanks to yourself. And fix this house before I return.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you even listening?
Sorry, man. I can't concentrate right now.
Let me guess. It's about her again. The mysterious preaching girl.
Yeah. It's Esther. Listen, Marcus, at this point, I can't focus on anything else until I figure out what's going on with her.
Bro, you're obsessed? This girl must have cast some kind of spell on you or something.
It's not like that. It's just, when I was about to give her the phone, she rejected it. But it wasn't just a simple no.
What do you mean?
She said she is forbidden from taking things from strangers, especially phones. And the way she said it, I could see the fear in her eyes, Marcus. It wasn't normal.
Fear? What kind of fear? Like, she thought you were going to do something to her?
No, not like that. It felt deeper, like she's afraid of something, or someone. And I can't stop wondering what's going on in her life. What's she hiding? What's she going through?
Man, you're thinking too much. Maybe she's just one of those super religious types who doesn't want to owe anyone anything.
No, Marcus. This is different. You weren't there. I can't explain it, but there's something wrong. Something heavy.
Alright, Sherlock. So what's your big plan? Rescue her like some knight in shining armor? Or maybe start preaching yourself?
Come on, man. Be serious.
Okay. But seriously, Theo, you need to chill. We've got work to do. Focus on that first, and leave the mystery girl alone for a while.
I can't. Not until I know she's okay. Something about her just, it doesn't sit right with me. I don't know why, but I feel like I have to help her.
So you need to stop or I will report you to your wife.
Come here and stop this nonsense attitude.
What is going on here?
This girl has been trying to seduce me.
What? No, that's not true.
You dare? You filthy girl, after everything we have done for you.
No, madam, please believe me, I didn't. He came here, he's lying. He's the one that came at me. I didn't, man, he's lying. Shh.
Shut up, you little snake. I trusted you. How dare you try to ruin my home?
Please, madam, I didn't do anything, he's lying, I didn't do it. Please, madam, believe me, I didn't do this.
I told her to stop, Angela, but she wouldn't listen. She's been throwing herself at me for days.
You will regret this. I will make sure you suffer for trying to destroy my marriage.
Please not believe me, I may not send, please.
Honey. Tie her up.
It's been 3 days, Therese. 3 days. and nothing. Esther didn't show up at all.
I know. I thought maybe she was busy with errands for Madame Angela or something. But 3 days? It's not like her to disappear like this.
Something is wrong. I can feel it. We always meet up here. Even if she was tired or in trouble before, she'd still try to sneak out and see us for a moment. Now, nothing. Not a word.
Maybe her madam caught her sneaking out and locked her in. You know how strict Madame Angela can be.
Lock her in for 3 days. Just for sneaking out? No, that's not it. I've seen Madame Angela angry, but this feels different. What if? What if something bad has happened to her?
Don't say that, Grace. You're scaring me.
Think about it. Esther's been acting strange lately. She's been quiet, and remember what she told us about her boss. About Mr. Kenneth.
Yes. She said he made her uncomfortable. She told us that Grace. What if he did something to her?
If that man touched her or hurt her, trust me, I will.
Shh. Lower your voice. Someone might hear us. If you say things like that and it's not true, we could get into trouble.
I don't care. Something's wrong. And we need to find out. Esther wouldn't just vanish without a word. We're her friends. If something happened, she needs us.
You're right. But what do we do? How do we find out what happened without getting into trouble ourselves?
We keep our eyes and ears open. Ask around carefully. The other workers might know something. Someone must have seen her.
Okay. But Grace, let's be careful. I don't want to get fired. You know how these rich people are.
I know. But Esther is one of us. We can't just let this go.
Please state your full name for the record.
Theodore Williams.
Mr. Williams, you've been called to testify regarding your relationship with Esther Okafor. Could you kindly tell the court how you first came into contact with her?
It was about 2 months ago. I was going through a rough phase in my life. Despite everything I had, wealth, success, there was this emptiness. I felt lost. That day, I had made up my mind to end things. I thought there was no way out.
And what happened next?
That day, I was passing through a street when I heard someone speaking boldly, preaching about hope, faith, and God. It was She spoke like someone who had no fear in her heart. Her words stopped me in my tracks, and for the first time in a long time, I felt peace. I felt free.
And did this interaction with Esther continue beyond that day?
Yes. After the day, I was determined to meet her, to thank her. I felt like I owed her my life. She wasn't easy to find, though. It took weeks before I finally saw her again, running errands at the supermarket.
And what was the nature of your interactions with her after you met again?
I approached her and tried to thank her for what she did for me. She didn't even know. I offered to give her something as a token of my gratitude, a phone, but she refused. She said she didn't take things from people and that it would get her into trouble. That's the kind of person she is, selfless, strong, and determined.
Understood. But Mr. Williams, something changed, didn't it? You mentioned that something happened 3 weeks later. Can you tell the court what that was?
Yes. Something did happen. Something strange.
Please tell the court what happened, Mr. Williams.
3 weeks later, I couldn't find her. I kept looking for her whenever I passed by, but it was as if she'd disappeared. And then, rumors started to spread. I'm not holding back anymore. I need to find her, Marcus. I'm going to her house today. Enough of this waiting.
Are you serious? So this mystery girl has turned you into some detective now?
You won't understand, Marcus. I just know I have to find her. She's different. I don't know why, but I can't shake this feeling, like something's wrong.
Alright, Romeo. But I hope you know what you're doing because this is starting to sound like a movie.
Stop here. That's one of the girls she's always with.
Oh, now you're even tracking her friends?
Excuse me. Sorry to bother you. Do you know someone named Esther?
Who's asking?
My name is Theodore. I'd been looking for Esther for weeks now. I just need to know if she's okay.
Yes, I know.
Oh right, do you know Esther? Do you have any idea where she is staying?
Esther? Yeah, I know her. She's my friend. But it's strange. I haven't seen her for 3 weeks now. 3 weeks and 3 days, to be exact.
What do you mean? Where is she?
I don't know. Usually, Esther comes out when her boss leaves the house. We meet around here to talk or run errands. But it's been weeks. No sign of her.
Something's not right. Is that Esther?
Esther.
Esther? Esther, can you hear me?
What happened to her? Oh my God.
She's in bad shape. Let's get her to the hospital, quick.
Call ahead. Make sure they're ready. She collapsed. Please, help her.
She'll be okay. She has to be.
I hope I wasn't too late.
Esther. Thank God you're awake. We've been so worried.
You're safe now. You're in the hospital.
How? How did I get here?
We saw you collapse outside the house and brought you here. But Esther, what happened to you?
Talk to us, Esther. Please. We need to know what happened.
They locked me up in a small understairs room. She tortured me and made sure I didn't close my eyes.
What? Who locked you up?
Mr. Kenneth and his wife.
Why would they do that?
They accused me. They said I tried to seduce Mr. Kenneth.
What? That's a lie.
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't. It was him. He's the one who kept coming to me. He tried to kiss me that night. I refused. I told him I couldn't do such a thing against my God. Against my body.
So you refused him, and?
And then his wife, Angela, walked in. She didn't even listen. He lied to her and said I was the one trying to seduce him. She was so angry. She beat me. She wouldn't stop. They said I was worthless. that I was evil. Then they locked me up in the storeroom as punishment. I begged them to let me out, but they wouldn't listen. They didn't even care if I ate or not. I begged them, Mr. Theodore. I begged them to let me out. I didn't do anything wrong. But they just wouldn't listen. They said I had to pay for my so-called sins. I thought I was going to die in there. And I was there for 2 months. They gave me nothing else but spoiled slice of bread and water to keep me alive.
2 months. 2 whole months in that dark, filthy storeroom. No food, no sunlight, no basic dignity. What kind of monsters do that to another human being?
Please. Don't do anything rash. I don't want more trouble.
Rash? No, Esther. This isn't about being rash. This is about justice. What they did to you. It's unforgivable. This isn't right. What they did to you, this is abuse. They can't get away with this.
They're monsters, Esther. Monsters.
But who'll believe me? They're rich, powerful, and I'm just a housemaid.
You're not just anything, Esther. You're strong. And now you have us. We'll make sure the truth comes out.
I just want to be free. I want to go home.
You will, Esther. You will. But first, they need to pay for what they did to you. I'll make sure they do. They won't silence you, Esther, not anymore. We need to get the authorities involved. Now. I want you to stay here, Esther. This place is safe, and no one will bother you. You need time to recover, physically and emotionally.
Mr. Theodore, I can't accept this. I've already taken so much from you.
Stop. You have taken nothing. If anything, I haven't done enough. Please, don't argue with me on this. This is your space now, for as long as you need it.
Esther, I don't even know how to thank you.
You don't have to. Just focus on getting better. That's all the thanks I need. This is Miss Esther. She's staying here. Make sure she has everything she needs, food, clothes, anything.
Of course, sir.
Good evening, Miss Esther. I'm Dr. Lawson. Mr. Theodore asked me to check on you. May I?
Yes, thank you.
I want updates on her condition. Treat her like family. If there's anything out of place, let me know immediately.
Understood, sir.
She's malnourished and severely dehydrated, but with proper care and rest, she'll recover.
Thank you. This is a new chapter, Esther. No more suffering. No more cruelty. You're safe now.
God bless you, Mr. Theodore.
Who's that banging like a lunatic? Lydia, go see who it is.
Good day. I have a legal notice for Mr. and Mrs. Kenneth. One moment. Here.
What is it now? Another bill?
No. It's worse. We've been sued.
Sued. By whom?
See the letter.
You are hereby summoned to appear in court to answer allegations of human rights abuse filed against you by Esther?
That ungrateful little wretch. After everything we've done for her? She dares to drag us to court?
Calm down, Angela. This is to be some kind of mistake. She wouldn't dare.
Wouldn't she? After the way we disciplined her, I wouldn't be surprised if someone's filled her head with ideas.
But what if she has proof?
Proof? What proof? It's her word against ours.
Regardless, this is serious. If this goes public, it could ruin us.
I won't let that little nobody destroy our family's reputation. She wants war? Fine. She'll regret ever crossing me.
We need a lawyer. Someone ruthless who can squash this nonsense before it gains traction.
Call whoever you need. That girl will regret the day she ever stepped foot in this house.
Mrs. Kenneth, you may proceed with your testimony.
Your Honor, this entire case is nothing more than a collection of lies and fabrications. I took Esther in as one of my own. She was like a sister to me, like family. I clothed her, fed her, and gave her a home when she had nowhere else to go. But one day, we woke up, and she was gone. No explanation, no note, nothing. We thought she might have run off with the boy. After all, my daughter had mentioned seeing her with a man not long before she disappeared.
Relax, Esther, calm down.
My husband and I were devastated. We treated her so well, and this is the thanks we get? Baseless accusations, Your Honor. None of this is true.
Order in the court.
Objection, Your Honor. This testimony is misleading and unsubstantiated.
Sustained. Mrs. Kenneth, do you have any evidence to support your claims?
Evidence? Well, my family can vouch for everything I've said.
Your Honor, the defendant's statements are entirely self-serving and lack credibility. I request permission to present evidence that contradicts Mrs. Kenneth's claims.
Permission granted. Proceed.
Esther, don't let their lies get to you. I know the truth. I've seen enough to know what kind of people they are.
It's just hearing them twist everything, pretending to care about me. It's hard to bear.
Listen to me. You're strong. You have been through worse, and you came out of it. This is just another battle, and you're not fighting it alone.
Thank you.
By the way, have you eaten anything today?
Eaten.
I'll take that as a no. Let's go.
Where to?
To eat, of course. You need food to keep up your strength if you're going to win this fight. Don't just look at it, eat. You'll feel better.
You don't have to do all this for me.
I want to. You have done so much for others, Esther, even when you had nothing to give. Let someone take care of you for a change. See? Not so bad, right?
It's good.
You know, you're incredible. The way you've handled everything. It's inspiring.
I don't feel incredible. I just feel tired.
That's okay. You have carried so much for so long. But trust me, this is going to end. They're going to pay for what they did, and you'll finally have peace.
Thank you, Theodore.
anytime. Now, finish your food before it gets cold.
Court is now in session.
Your Honor, we present irrefutable evidence of the abuse Esther endured at the hands of the defendants.
These injuries are severe.
Indeed, Your Honor. These marks are consistent with physical abuse. Furthermore, we have a medical report from a certified physician confirming these injuries and the conditions under which they were sustained. Dr. Williams, could you confirm for the court the nature of Esther's injuries?
Esther suffered from multiple bruises, scars, and signs of prolonged malnutrition. It is clear these injuries were inflicted over time, consistent with her account of being locked away and physically assaulted.
Thank you, Doctor. That will be all, Your Honor.
Do you have anything further to add?
Your Honor, the defendants maintain that Esther is fabricating these claims out of spite. They argue that the marks could have come from any number of incidents, and that they never treated her poorly.
Stay strong. The truth is on your side.
Mrs. Kenneth, Mr. Kenneth, do you have anything to say in your defense before I deliver my verdict?
Your Honor, this is all a misunderstanding. That girl was like a daughter to us. We never laid a hand on her. If anything, she was ungrateful.
Enough. The evidence speaks louder than your words. After careful consideration of the evidence presented, including medical records, eyewitness testimony, and the inconsistencies in the defendant's statements, I find both Angela and Kenneth guilty of human rights abuse and unlawful confinement. Order. Sentencing will take place in a week. Until then, the defendants are to remain in custody. Court adjourned.
You seem lost in thought. Is the tea not good?
The tea is perfect. I was just thinking about everything.
A lot has happened. But you've been incredibly strong through it all.
I couldn't have done it without your help. You believed in me when no one else did.
Don't thank me, Esther. What I did is nothing compared to what you did for me.
What do you mean?
That day at the market, when I heard you preaching. You don't know what it meant to me. I was at my lowest point. Everything felt meaningless, even though I had everything. But your words, they gave me hope.
I was just doing what I felt led to do.
Exactly. Without even knowing me, you gave me a second chance at life. Helping you now? It's the least I could do.
Oh, thank God. He deserves all the glory. And thank you, Theodore. For everything.
No, thank you, Esther. For being you. So, what's next for Esther?
One step at a time. But whatever it is, I'll keep trusting God.
That's what makes you special.
Fina, you're safe here. No one is going to hurt you anymore.
I don't know what to do. My boss was so strict, always yelling at me, always blaming me. I ran away, but now I don't know where to go.
I know exactly how you feel. 2 years ago, I was in a situation not so different from yours. I left my family behind to help them, thinking I'd find a better life. But instead, I faced unimaginable cruelty. I was mistreated, locked away, and silenced. For a long time, I felt like no one would believe me, that I had no way out. But then, God sent someone into my life who reminded me that I was not alone. And now, I'm here to remind you of the same thing. You're not alone. Your story matters, and there's a way forward.
How did you do it? How did you find the strength to keep going?
By trusting in God and refusing to give up. And with the help of people who believed in me. That's why Theodore and I started this foundation, to fight for girls like you, to make sure no one has to go through what we did.
Do you really think I can move on from this?
I don't just think it, I know it. With time, love, and support, you'll find your strength again. And one day, you'll use your story to help others, just like I'm helping you. Isaiah 61:3 is your portion. Just trust God. Father, I thank you. I thank you for taking me from the dungeon of despair and bringing me to this place of honor. When I was weak, you were my strength. When I was silenced, you gave me a voice. When I was rejected, you reminded me that I am chosen. Lord, who am I, that you were so mindful of me? That you would take a maid, broken and discarded, and place her among kings? I will never stop thanking you. I will never stop telling the world of your goodness. Because you are the God who turns ashes into beauty.
The guests are ready for your speech, Madam Esther.
Thank you, Sir Theo.
Once a maid subjected to abuse and mistreatment, Esther's story is one of remarkable transformation. Today, she is the founder of Hope Restored Foundation, an organization dedicated to helping young girls escape from the cycle of exploitation and abuse.
I believe every woman has a purpose. No matter where they come from, no matter how dark their past may be, they deserve a future filled with hope, dignity, and opportunity. That is why I stand here today, to be a voice for those who have been silenced.
Through her foundation, Esther has empowered countless young women, offering them education, shelter, and the tools to rebuild their lives. Her unwavering commitment to justice has earned her accolades from both local and international leaders.
Mama, it's me.
Esther? Is it really you? Oh, my child. Look at you. Look at what God has done for us. I never thought this day would come.
I promised you, Mama. I told you I would come back. And now, we are going to start a new chapter together.
I'm so proud of you. I never imagined you would be the one to bring this family so much grace. You've been through so much, and yet here you are, standing strong.
It was never easy, Mama. But look. Everything I went through, it was all part of God's plan. I couldn't have done it without His strength. And yours.
God is faithful, Esther. He never left us. And now, look at you. My daughter, a powerful woman, helping others just like we prayed for.
Mama, I want you and my siblings to come to the city with me. I've made a place for us. You won't have to struggle anymore. You deserve to be part of the life I've built.
To the city? With you. Oh, my Esther. You're giving me the world.
It's not just me, Mama. It's all of us. Together.
Miss Okafor, Mr. Theodore is here to pick you up.
Thank you.
Ready?
Always.